All right, here we go. Barton, level 7, lesson number 6 is a redo. Um, because I simply have a habit of not switching the screens at the end. It's very annoying to me. I'm sure it's annoying to you if you were watching one of my videos where I did that. So, anyhow, let's go. We're working on Bossy W. W is one of those sounds that likes to boss around a couple letters, mainly the letter A and the letter O when it's next to it. Okay, so for example, we take a word like pant and we change it to the word want. Okay, now the A right here is saying as an apple, pant. Now it says nt. Okay, so the A will, or the W will boss around these letter A's. Not all letter A's, just letter A's that are in a closed, short, looks like it should be a short sound. Like waffle but not here. Okay, so now it's not a short sound. W-A-I, that's a vowel team right there. So now it's going to say its regular sound, wait. Same with the next word, which is Waco, I believe. Yeah, Waco. This is an open A. Won't change the sound here. This doesn't say Waco, right? Same thing with an AR. Okay, so a vowel, a short A, and an AR, a vowel R. So we have the word car, which changes to the word war, or now is what we have. We see it on a word like warm or warble. So if that says war, then how do you spell? But it sounds like an OR, but it's not, right? Because OR says now, as in worm, word, world, worry. So the W will change these sounds. The A says wa, as in want water. W-A-R as in war. W-O-R as in worm or worry. So that's part 1 of Bossy W. But there's more. So there always is, right? So we also have a W sound inside the QU. The QU makes the QUA sound. It is actually 2 letters that are put together. QUA, QUA. Okay, because that W sound is in there again, will also affect anything that has a QU. Like a QUA, like quality. Or we can make it into a blend like squash. Oop, need a little S right there, Lynn. Okay. It will also affect a word like QUAR, quarter. We've got the OR sound in there still. So we can look at some of the words like squad, squash, quantity, quarter, squalor, on and on. Places that your student might have this information housed. Couple additional resources. 1, we have the personalized notebook. So in here, I would have my students probably fill this out. When we hear wa, I think of I think WA, and I would put a word like want or water. And war, when it sounds like war, it's spelled W-A-R, like the words war or warning. Wor is W-O-R, like the words worm or worry. Qua is spelled Q-U-A, like the word quantity or squash. And then we have QUAR, which is Q-U-A, R, like the word quarter. Okay, I'm just going to undo those because I don't want those in there permanently, but that's kind of what they are. Sorry, I probably did that too fast. You might want to just go back and freeze that part really quick. If your student needs additional practice pages or additional practice work on vocabulary, we also have the Quizlet that they can use. If you're looking for that link, it is in the lesson resources summary that you get from your tutor in TutorBird. Now we are going to actually switch the screen this time. And we're going to come to the extra practice pages. So in your extra practice pages, book 7, lesson 6, add WOR, WAR to make a real word. Write the new word on the blank line. Do not use the same word twice. So I've gone through and done this. You might want to freeze the screen if you need to look at this, but we have the word award, worship, and warship. Hard to say when they're next to each other. Worthy, warning, worse, world, warmest, wardrobe, worry, warmth, and worker. Okay. Circle each word with WA like want water, wah. Box each word with QUA like quantity of squash, and underline each word with QUAR like as in quarrel. So these are done again. So you might want to freeze the screen if you're trying to help your student and they are having trouble with that. There's the answers for that. And then draw a line between the words that rhyme. Now this is often tricky for students because what we're doing is really asking them to listen to the endings. So worth and birth, spelled differently, still rhyme. Want and font. Worm and squirm, wattage and cottage, worry and hurry, worst and first, and water and hotter. So those are the matches for that. All right, let's look at fluency drills for this section. That is not the right one. Okay. So a lot of these words are going to be pretty familiar to your student. I think it's the spelling that's often trickier for these than the reading, but not all the time. So if your student is struggling with this, like that's okay. They need to learn it. They need to know how to decode it. You know, you might put one of the resources that are available next to them so they can check the pronunciation. Again, we don't want them guessing, we want them reading. So one of the things that we do in Bossy W is make sure they're decoding, dividing. A lot of one-syllable words in here. Walter is one that is not. Warning, so there's a suffix on there that you can pull off. But yeah, pretty straightforward. And then the second page typically gets a little bit longer, so they should look for some compound words like swampland and watercolor and quarterback and swallowtail. Those are a couple that I see off the front. If they're struggling, again, box off any suffixes that they find. I don't really see any prefixes on these, so it would just be boxing off suffixes. Dividing them up, that whole thing. So it's kind of it. You know, it's a good time to play if you're looking for some repeated readings. You could play dots and boxes. It's kind of an old school game. I'm an old school girl. So the way that you would play dots and boxes is it's a team. So each person would be taking a turn. So I would go from like water to SWAT. My opponent would go wherever they wanted, but let's say word to wart. My turn, SWAT to wart. Their turn, SWAT to wand. My turn, wand to worse. Their turn, they win. Wart to worse, they can put their name here. And then they have to go again. And so their next move would be water to word. So that's it. That is the end of level 7, lesson 6. And I switched the screen this time for you, so that's a winning day in my book. All right, have a wonderful day, and let me know if you have any questions or need any resources. Have a great day.